Morning everyone, interesting video for you today. I'm going to switch it up a little bit. It's usually a vlog of our trip, but I'm going back to my old school days of buying cheap cars because I found a pretty good deal on a Toyota Corolla. My mom used to have an old Toyota Corolla, so it'll bring back a little bit of memories. But I really wanted to buy this because A, it'll get good gas mileage so that we can park the camper somewhere, like a national park, and then just drive the little car around, and it'll end up saving us money in the long run if I'm getting like 35 miles per gallon or something, which is what I read on forums online people were getting. Two, it'll help us have a little more space for all our stuff because we are crammed in here, crammed in the back seat. So we're gonna go take a look at this $500, or it's actually listed for $700 Toyota Corolla. I'll try to get it for $500. If I can't, then I'll get a different car and I'll film that as well. But I think it'd be good to get another car. Unfortunately, it's not like Vermont where I can get like a pretty good low mileage car for $500 because of the rust. So down here in Utah, I've noticed that all the prices are a lot higher just because they're clean and in a lot better shape. So this Corolla has really high miles, like 300,000, but it has no rust, and it's still selling for $700. In Vermont, if it had $300,000 and was in like rusty shape, I could probably get it for like $150, but we'll pay a little more for the rust freeness. All right, so we were stopped outside the Wells Fargo where we're meeting him now. It was about an hour and a half or 2.5 hour drive to Salt Lake City. I can't remember which one. Time kind of flies now. Anyway, where we're gonna meet him. I'll see if Jeb can record a little bit of the interaction for you. If not, oh well. But if I buy it, I'll definitely show you all around the car and give you the lowdown on it. So let's hope we can make a deal. Well, I ended up buying it. My brand new hot ride. Look at that, 1996 Toyota Corolla DX. I don't know what that means.
Deluxe.
Yeah, is that right?
Probably.
Deluxe. It's a deluxe. He supports his national parks. I do too, so I appreciate that. This car comes stock with one hubcap. That's all you need. Come on inside, Jeb. So inside we got. Let me take the key out. The AC blows really cold, which was great. It's got 323,000 miles on the odometer. However, this guy absolutely babied this thing. He said he believes in overchanging the fluid, so he changed the transmission fluid either every year or twice a year, which is pretty overkill. And then the oil every 5,000 miles, which means he spent like thousands in oil changes. So this is I bought it for $500 and it needs absolutely nothing. It's driving great, no leaks, no noises. It's a little dirty on the inside, but let me start it up for you and you can hear it. So I mean, listen to the engine.
It's so quiet.
Yeah, you can't even hear anything. When I first drove this thing, test driving it, I couldn't believe how good it felt. It spent 15 years of its life in Arizona, so there's definitely no rust. Where the hell is this thing? It's got an interstate battery in it even, wow. Brand new alternator looks like. Yep, that's new. This is a little taped up here, so might want to look at that, but oh well. I couldn't believe how good it felt when I first drove it. The brakes have like no juddering, no grinding, a little bit squeaky, but that's because the back is drum brakes, I think. Suspension felt tight, really tight. So this is it for $500. Me and Jeb's new get around car. So basically we're just gonna park the camper somewhere and then we're gonna drive this thing around the national park and whatnot, so we're not getting 8 miles per gallon all the time. That's the plan. So like I said, everything works. The parking brake, the AC, everything except the radio didn't work. And it didn't work when I test drove it, but now it's working and changing through the stations, which is what he said it couldn't do. So I guess it got the rural Vermonter magic touch and fixed itself. But the main thing I'm super happy about is the AC working and the fact that it runs and drives like a car with 50,000 miles on it. And of course, like I said, my mom had I think a 1991 of these when I was growing up for a little while, so I kind of can remember that a little bit, and it's cool. Another thing I forgot to mention is the tires are also all new. No dry rot on these. Actually, maybe it was just the front tires that were new, because this one does look a little older. Let's see. Yeah, actually it was just the front tires that were new, but at least those are new. The great thing about buying from a wealthy guy, which is the guy I bought it from was wealthy, is that he took really good care of it and did not spare any expense in repairing anything. So it is in, I think, pretty great mechanical condition. And this might not surprise you southern folks, but for me, in Vermont my whole life, the underside is just so nice to look at. I just want to look at it all day. I've never seen a nearly 24-year-old car look that good underneath. Well, me and Jeb are going to take the Toyota on its maiden long voyages. We're going to the Great Salt Lake just to putz around there, I guess, see what it has to offer. So let's see if it does a good job. So we're going to fill this at this gas station, and then I'll calculate how many miles we go and then divide it by the gas and see what my MPGs on this thing is. I'm hoping that I can get over 30, because that would definitely make it worth it. Well, I filled it all up. Took 7 gallons to get all the way. The fuel gauge looks like it's working well. We're on the interstate now doing whatever, 62, and it tracks totally straight. Look at the wheel. Tracks totally straight, no shimmy, and it's actually really, really quiet. We were talking about how it might be even quieter than my 2009 truck. One issue I've noticed is it doesn't get to operating temperature, so we probably have a bad thermostat, which I might replace if that affects the gas mileage too much. But other than that, the AC is so cold. The radio is working again. It's really quiet, and it's shifting really great. So it just goes to show that if you maintain your car, you can have it for up to 300 and probably 50,000 miles. This one I think will go longer because he was absolutely over the top with it. It also goes to show that you should buy a car from a richer person who doesn't really care about making a profit, because he told me he had just spent $100 for the Carfax and like $400 for the new fuel pump and gas tank, but he just wanted to get the car out of there because he bought a brand new Dodge Charger. So I mean, these are car buying tips from a rural Vermonter. Look at this, guys. We went to the Salt Flats. The Toyota is doing well. And let me explain a little bit deeper into why I got this, because you guys might be thinking, won't you just be paying a lot more gas mileage if they're driving all over the country and they're driving 2 cars? Well, the thing is, Jeb and I are running low on money, so we're actually going to be stopping for about 2 months. Is it 1 month or 2 months? No, 2 months total working. Yeah, so we're going to stop in a spot for like 2 weeks and have a job there, get a little more money. Then another spot for another 2 weeks, have a job there, make a little more money. And then another spot for a whole entire month, and then make a little bit more money there. So 2 months we're just going to be working, and it would be most efficient to park the camper pretty much and just drive this one around. So like have the camper as a home base and then drive this one around and get the stuff. And then after that is done, I guess I could resell this car. I'm sure I could get more than $500 for it with how good condition it is. So overall, it's going to be a lot more fuel efficient and a lot more money saving than driving the truck everywhere. So hopefully that clears it up for you. And we're going to just go ahead and tour this Great Salt Lake, because it looks pretty cool. Well, I'll tell you what, it's a lake. It used to be, well, when I was reading about it, like took up all of Utah in the old days, but now it's really shallow or something. The Salt Flats. So there you go, history lesson from RV. But nice lake. We are gonna head to a Planet Fitness now, because we have gone 7 days without showering, just because it's hard to get water for my portable shower, and we're also lazy as hell. So going to Planet Fitness and gonna finally get cleaned up. We're headed to Planet Fitness now. Like I said, we're doing 72 or 73 miles an hour. The speedometer is accurate, by the way. We checked it with the satellite thing. Still feels totally smooth, still really quiet. Great car. So I just hit 100 miles on this car. I was at 323,810 when I filled up. Now we're at 323,910. So I'm gonna fill up the tank again, see how many gallons we put into it, and see what the MPGs were. That is impressive. So So I put in 2 gallons and we got 100 miles, which means it was getting 50 miles per gallon. It can't be that accurate because I would highly doubt that, although I did read a couple articles of people getting 50 miles per gallon on these things, but it's still really good. So we parked the Corolla here last night, and parked the camper over there, stayed there. Parking on pavement, I was able to see that it actually has a little bit of a gas leak coming from either the tank or somewhere else, but it's that puddle there dripping down from the tank. The guy said he replaced the tank and the fuel pump, so maybe they put it in wrong, or maybe one of the lines is bad, who knows. But that is something we'll have to take care of. This car is also extremely versatile. We just drove it around a little bit to view, what was it, Dead Horse Point, I think, which was pretty cool. Now we're gonna go mountain biking, and I mean, both bikes fit in the trunk. Ratchet strapped them in. Let's move this down. Can't even tell the bikes are in there. I'll show you how we did it, or how I did it. Just strap it to the seat there. So, awesome, versatile little Toyota. And to answer the title of this video, is it junk? No, it is not. It's awesome. Although it did leave this gas leak here. The Corolla made it to Crested Butte. This is where we're staying here for a little while at least. Actually, Jeb beat me in the camper. Guess he was sending it in the old Corolla. So on the odometer now, we got, if you guys can see that, 325,131. We got it with around 323,800. I think it was 323,810. So we have put on 1,300 miles since we got it, if I did that math right. If I didn't, please don't make fun of me too much. I haven't done math in years. And it's still doing great. It does have a little gas leak, but other than that, we're still getting above 30 miles per gallon. Jeb drives it most of the time, and he does drive really fuel efficiently, so always getting above 30 miles per gallon, usually above 40 as well, especially on the highway. Awesome little car. Still seems like it's holding together really well after 24 years and 300,000 miles. So to answer the question of the title, is it junk? No, it is not. And if you ever see a $500 Corolla, I'd recommend buying it because they last a long time. Unless it's rusty, of course, because they do have a lot of rust issues. Anyway, next week we're going to go back to the vlog style videos and less of the car buying videos, but this is a good throwback. And of course I can't help myself when I find good deals, so I had to throw in this quick video of buying a $500 Corolla. And it's going to be a great car to just drive around Crested Butte while we're here for the next couple of weeks. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week with another vlog style video.